Hello, Captains. It's me, TONIK TZW, and I'm here in division with Dark Lord Moonst. And I keep asking him if it's meant to say Moonstone, and it just got too long. But he's in the Surrey, I'm in the Mars, and I was playing the Mars. I think it was for a Bureau project, perhaps the birthday one, and having some nice games in it. So decided to take it out in division, and he brought the Surrey. We're here on Greece. It's domination, and you saw from the splash screen at the beginning that we did get thrown in with an absolute bunch of Muppets, but such is the case in many games on many days in World of Warships Legends. You've got the small percentage of people who know what they're doing. You've got the small percentage of people who are stoned drunk or having a domestic with their other partner while they're trying to play. We've got kids sat playing with a controller that have no understanding of how to play the game. I'm one for the technical gameplay, the tactical gameplay, and this destroyer that's here to my right is of the opinion that his sole job in the game is to fire torpedoes, sail all the way to the back of the map and wait till he's reloaded, and then come back and fire a lot of torpedoes. But look at there at, what is it, E4. Yep, I'm going to ping the map and ask what the hell is going on there. Because all the guys from A are heading to B, all the guys from B are kind of heading to A. They're all stuck in the middle of the map. Nobody's contesting A or B cap. And the only people that seem to be making any progress or any movement is myself and Dark Lord. But we're going to forget about those guys until they start dying and leave us with what seems like an almost impossible feat to try and pull back a victory out of this one. That DD, I'm saying, please, can you go on to BCAP? There's not many people use comms on this because, it does get abusive at times. And some of the stuff that you hear on comms, really, you don't need to hear. For example, I heard one guy telling his girlfriend that no, he was not going to shave his balls. Where that conversation came from, I don't know. But it gave me a laugh, and I did mic up and say, hey buddy, by the way, you're on an open mic, and everybody just heard you say that you're not going to shave your balls. Yeah, if you haven't got to that stage in life yet, I apologise for sullying your mind with the thoughts of a pair of hairy balls and a razor. Don't do it, kids. Don't do it. Sorry, I'm laughing at my own stupid jokes at the moment. But we've pushed in here onto... is it B cap? I can't remember. Is it D cap? I have no idea. I was looking at the letters there, but completely distracted by the traumatizing thought of hairy balls. We must be on D cap. Yes, we are. And we flipped it. But that rook pushed straight in on us. There's a flint out on the flank. My closest target is now no longer that rook. So we're going to slap a couple of torpedoes across there, because red team, having taken the cap, are likely to be heading in this direction to give themselves the advantage. We lost our Dallas, who sailed straight onto A and got himself deleted in the opening stage of the game, which was absolutely brilliant. And obviously Dark Lord is having to pull back a little bit because he's got the rook and the flint pushing him. Now, we do have some ships that have finally decided that they might actually head towards a capture point, because we're around 100 points down through the loss of our Dallas. But there is the Vasterus, and I start shooting at this guy, and I was thinking he must have gotten disconnected, because he's not shooting at me. Is he shooting at anyone? Is he firing his torpedoes? But no sooner that I'm shooting it at him that I realise that the rook is crawling in behind me. We're going to pop the smoke and go dark, but Dark Lord picks up that kill. We're not going to talk about kill stealing in this game, because it was about getting guns off the map as quickly as we possibly could, because we really did feel that we were fighting a losing battle. We have the lead now, but with red team pushing into D cap, we have a ship across there on A cap, and we're going to see some of the worst gameplay ever there on B cap in the middle. And I was wondering what the hell happened. The saving grace is we've gotten rid of 2 of red team's destroyer. Our T-61 picked up a torpedo kill on one of the guys that was between A and B. We're trying to keep this cap reset so that I can get back in with my torpedoes and hopefully do something about this rook. We flipped B, we lose our Dekeer. That's basically a tier 6 premium Fiji with better armor on the bow. I got that one free out of a crate, and I have done a couple of videos on it because I quite enjoy playing it. We're playing here almost on the limit of detectability. Our Graf Spear is getting spanked, our T-61 gets gunned down, and our Akatsuki there, who was the guy slinging torpedoes from maximum range, decides that he's going to go and chase after that destroyer while he's spotted, but he's going to run into an Andrea Doria, who we all know has quite hard-hitting secondaries when it comes down to hitting destroyers. And that's all while he's getting gunned down by red team's last destroyer as well. That was never going to work. We've got the Flint spotted. Red team have pulled back the advantage, but we do have 3 caps to their 1. And if we can get rid of this guy as well, we can continue to extend our lead and pull it back. We've lost 4 ships. They've lost 3. The Flint is face into the white line like a Colombian drug dealer. We're going to try and add to his misery here by putting some shots out there. I think it's a Graf Spey that's behind us as we lose the Akatsuki to the secondaries of the Andrea Doria. The Flint is distracted by me, and obviously he wants to try and kill a destroyer himself, but that distraction is enough for Dark Lord to finish him off, and I lose my first hit points of the game. We're 7 minutes in, and I've lost, what's that, 589 hit points. Well, we're doing okay. We'll probably lose a few more before the end of this game, I think. But we are now pushing home on this flank. We are pushing the advantage. We need to stop red team from getting back into a cap, because those caps are going to give us the points we need if we have any hope of winning this game. This Andoria here, just on my 1 o'clock, he was pretty much full health as he came through B cap, and he's going to go from full health to back to port in the space of 30 seconds, sailing straight through the map, flat broadside to the Andrea Doria. There's also a destroyer out there, and he is just going to get nuked. I believe he finishes about middle of the board on this one, so I guess he at least made some contribution to the game. Now, Dark Lord has pulled back because there's 2 ships pushing in from the north of B cap. I've got the Andrea Doria here, and I'm going to try and get torps on. We've obviously also got the destroyer down this way. Andrea Doria is on fire. My tops are running. I'm just going to play again on the edge of my concealment, waiting to see if this destroyer appears and tries to run me down. There's a Bayan out there, again, pretty much full health. Dark Lord has fired his torpedoes towards the Andrea Doria too. Now, because I fired mine first, and I think they're going to get there a little bit quicker, I'm going to take out the Andrea Doria. And then we get a bit of an unexpected surprise, because those torpedoes that missed the Andrea Doria are actually going to hit the Mars and take him out of the game. And now we've brought it down to 3v3, and we have around 140, 150 point advantage here. The Graf Spey is now going to be the ship to make a mistake, but full health de grace, what's that, 70% on the Tennessee and about 80% there on the Bayan. We are still at risk of losing this game, but we've played our flank, we've controlled the caps, we've pushed, we've spotted, we've captured, we've killed. We're doing all the things that a destroyer should do, and with the backup of an amazing cruiser game behind me from Dark Lord, and he is going to have an amazing game of it. It's going to be a close result for the top 2 slots in this game, and you will not believe the results. But we put torpedoes towards the Bayern. Our Graf Spee here is extremely low health, and if anything, his guns would probably be better placed on the de Grasse and kiting away from the Bayern, because there's no point in throwing a ship away this late in the game, especially when you have the advantage. But the de Grasse goes out to Dark Lord. There's a Tennessee and the Bayern left. Now we have control of the game. We can afford to lose 1 ship, potentially 2, but if I can stay alive, then there's a solid chance that we can win as long as we can keep them off the other capture points. Now, I'm thinking, what do I do? Do I smoke? Do I do guns? The Graf Spee can spot for me. He could spot for me, couldn't he? Yes. And it's about this time that Dark Lord says, I'm on 4 kills. I'm on for a Kraken if I ram this Tennessee. I was like, do it. We guarantee the win. We can afford to lose you. Now, I smoke up thinking the Graf is going to spot the Bayern, but instead he turns and gives it a full broadside to put his torpedoes off, which are obviously going to miss because the Bayern's expecting them, and they miss by a country mile. And I'm like, okay, great. It is me and Dark Lord versus Bayern and Tennessee. I know the Bayern's damage controlled. Can I get a fire on him before he disappears? But there's the high caliber and the Kraken for Dark Lord. The Tennessee is out of the game. The only thing this Bayern can do if he wants to win is try and kill me. And I know he was close. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire 1 set of torpedoes out there, not both. I'm going to hold 1. I'm going to use my smoke screen to head in the opposite direction of that Bayern to open up some distance in case he tries to run this smoke screen down, because I want to be far enough away from him that he is not going to be able to get a shot on me. I haven't lost any more hit points since taking that hit from the, was it the Flint early game? But there we go. Bayern's on. He's ticking. Let's give him a Hail Mary. A 6-gun salute. But the Flood takes him down. We win the game. 73,000 damage. 3 kills for me. Plus 2 assists. Excuse me. All in. Not a bad game. A decent tactical destroyer play. But you think that I've got 3 kills, and if you remember, the Dark Lord picked up a Kraken, so between us, we had 8 kills out of 9, and there is basically 24 XP between the 2 of us at the top of the board. Blue team did their hardest to try and throw that one away with some very, very poor plays, but the 2 of us managed to hold it together, Dark Lord especially, and pull back a win for those guys. Now, that is the reason why win rate is by no means a measure of a player's skill, because ask yourself, did the majority of those people deserve not to lose a point from their win rate? So please do smash the like button, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and as always, until next time, take care of yourselves and goodbye.